welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this eyeshadow palette right here, and let's get into the video. First off, this is not a new eyeshadow palette by any means, but I just got my hands on it during this Black Friday, and I really want to talk about it because at first, I don't know, I have a lot of neutrals eyeshadow palettes, like I don't know, I have one from Too Faced, the Soft Glam from ABH, and yeah, I think I have 2 more or 3 more. I just can't remember their names at the moment. And when I first saw this, I was like, there's nothing special about this because it's a boring, neutral, day-to-day eyeshadow palette. Well, I have to say that this really exceeded my expectations. I don't know how much of a, I don't know how low of an expectation I had about this, but I knew I just had to have it during this Black Friday because I got it like 35% off, so why not? And let's get to swatching. Well, before swatching, I have to say that I really love the packaging. I think I might like the one from Mercury Retrograde more. I don't know, everyone says that it's kind of creepy to have her face on makeup, but I really like that. I love the packaging, I love everything about it. I think that it's more ethereal, and I just love that packaging. But I don't know, rose gold, I don't have that. I think that's her also on the packaging. And I don't know what other eyeshadow palette, Nude or something. I can't remember the name, but I don't have that either. I remember being obsessed with that eyeshadow palette. I just wanted to get it, but it never happened, so I got over it. And let's get to swatching because I'm babbling at this point. And yeah, this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. As you can see, it's a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. Like, I'm gonna bring it closer. I didn't know if I was gonna bring it closer for you guys can see, so you guys can see better or not. And yeah, I just decided on the spot. And there are a lot of swirly shades. I mean, not a lot, but a few swirly shades in the palette. I think aesthetically the palette looks beautiful, if you ask me. That Petri dish type of shade, I don't even know if I'm gonna swatch that because I swatched the one from Rose Quartz and I hate how that looks now. So I don't know, should I swatch this? Should I not? I don't know. Are you that interesting in a balmy type of a shade? I'm gonna have to decide on the spot. So let's get to see these eyeshadows. I really like this pink right over here. When I first saw this palette, I wasn't attracted to this pink. I was like, yeah, it's not gonna show up on my skin tone, but it does, and it's a beautiful pink because I have her mini nude eyeshadow palette, the light nude, and that pink doesn't show up, but this one really does, and I love the quality. The quality is just amazing. I have to say that her Italian formula is better than the Obsessions formula, but that's just me. This is the first swatch. As you can tell, it really shows up. I feel like it's the perfect transition shade for anyone, if you ask me. And next we have, well, this one was Filthy. Yeah, the first shade. And the second shade is called Passion, which is more of a duochrome type of a shade. It has like a blue and I don't remember, purple sheen to it. And I'm gonna bring my hand closer so you guys can see better once I swatch every single one of these. Next we have Shameless, which is a little chunky, if you ask me. and you have to kind of work with it to get it to blend. I've had this I don't know, experience with this. It was kind of chunky, and there was fallout everywhere, but you can work with it, it's fine. Next we have Please Me, and this is just a beautiful brown, like it has little specks of pink in it. I think this is a pink brown palette, if you ask me. Like, look at this, it's really a pink brown. Like, it's not really that brown. It has a lot of shades that lean into pink territory, and I have to say that I like that because I love pink and I love purple, and I'm gonna use this eyeshadow palette with many of the eyeshadow palettes I already have in my collection, so that's a plus for me because I'm a pink and purple lover. So that's a good thing if you ask me. But if you don't like pink eyeshadows, I think this leans more pink than you might see when you see it in the store. I don't know, at first I only saw like brown, but now I see that this is a multi-dimensional eyeshadow palette, and I'm glad about that. Next up we have Hypnotic, this amazing transition shade, and Hard. This is a swirly, I don't know, this is a swirly matte. I don't know how I feel about that. It's fine, but I don't know. It's not something I grab, like it can be tricky because what if you don't get the same amount of dark brown? Yeah, it's not that hard, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm all for swirly shimmers. I don't know about a swirly matte. Not something that I really 100% like, but that's just me. Next up we have Untamed, which is this brown with hints of burgundy, if you ask me. It has a little bit of a burgundy in it, or it's leaning more burgundy that you might think. Next up we have Irresistible, which is, I have to say, my favorite shade out of the entire eyeshadow palette. I have it on right now, and it just looks beautiful. Like, and that sparkle, that sheen, amazing. Next up we have Flower Power, which is another swirly shade, but this one is more, it's a mixture between a shimmer and a matte. The brown is a matte, and the yellow, the gold right over here, it's a shimmer. The gold, the white shimmer, it's a shimmer, and the beige type of a shade, it's a matte. So it's a really interesting shade. I have it on in my inner corner right now. I have to say that it looks kind of, I don't know, it looks kind of weird when you swatch it, because it can look like two shades like mixed into one. I know that this is what you wanted, but I don't feel like that, like they mix amazingly well together. Like, you can really tell that this one right over here, like here it's a beige and here it's a white shimmer. Is that just me? They don't blend really well together. Next up we have Rough, which is, I think this shade is my favorite matte from the entire eyeshadow palette, because it's just the perfect transition shade. Just the perfect transition shade. And I'm so glad that I bought this, because the transition shade from my Soft Glam, I'm kind of finished with that, because it has a big pan in it, so I'm gonna finish that pretty soon, and I wanted something similar, and I'm glad that I got it. Next up we have Spicy, which, like I said, it's another brown with hints of burgundy. And like I said before, this can be more pink than you initially think. Next up we have Arouse, and it's this terracotta type of a shade. It's more of orange. I think this looks beautiful this time of year, like fall slash winter. Amazing. I'm gonna save the slippery shade for last because I wanna wipe off everything before I show you the slippery shade. Next up we have Tantric, which is a really pretty gold. Like, I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I do. And it's more of a muted gold. Like, I have golds in my collection and I don't really use them because they're like way too gold. But then again, I shouldn't buy palettes with gold in it, with gold in them, right? But gold, it's been basically every other eyeshadow palette, so I can't really get away from it. I have so much gold in my collection. I think I'm gonna do like a video using my gold eyeshadows. I don't know. Next up we have Naughty, which is the, I think this is the shade that we have on the packaging right over here. Naughty. And another swirly shade, which is this provocative shimmer. It's similar to the Flower Power one, which it's a more it's a matte and a shimmer mixed together, but this one I really like, and you can't tell the two shades apart with this one, just my opinion. Next up we have Desire, which is more of a gel type of formula, if you ask me. It feels wet when you touch it, and it's not that easy to blend in my opinion, but it's a beautiful shade. It really is. I think I might use it for a look like for Christmas. It would look just beautiful. I also got the single shades from MAC. I recently got them, and I ordered them actually. I ordered them like 3 days ago, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna have them in my hands finally, and I get to play with them. Next up we have Juicy, and side note, like I was saying, I think a look with this shade and the shades that I'm gonna get from the MAC holiday collection are gonna look just perfect. So yeah, I'm done with the entire eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. And let's see the swatches. So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. The entire eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I think it's leaning more pink than you might think of. The shimmers are just stunning, if you ask me. Like, if you're gonna get this eyeshadow palette, you're not gonna regret like anything about it. It's a beautiful palette. I think it has everything to make it a good staple day-to-day eyeshadow palette, work eyeshadow palette, office eyeshadow palette. It looks for any type of event, like really pretty. Check that sparkle, just beautiful. One of the most similar eyeshadow palettes that I have from her that is, like I said, really similar to this one is this medium nude eyeshadow palette. Like, if you're on a budget or you missed out on the sale, you might want to grab this, because this is just the perfect mini for day-to-day eyeshadow palette for fall slash winter looks. It looks just beautiful. The quality is also amazing. So you're gonna be fine with just this. And yeah, the formula, this is not the Italian formula, but I feel like it's just as good. Yeah, this one is, the Italian formula is slightly like 10% better, but this one just stands its ground. So I really like it. but I feel like I'm gonna give it to my best friend because I just never use it. And since I bought the one that I just, since I bought the Naughty Nude, I can't talk, the Naughty Nude palette, I feel like I'm gonna use this one even less now. So I think my my best friend is gonna get some great use out of this one. And yeah, like I said, it's an amazing addition to every collection. This little guy right here, I feel like it's the perfect eyeshadow palette to get if you really like that one, but you're on a budget, like I said, or you missed the sale. I feel like this is everything that I wanted to talk about in my review. I really love the packaging, like I said. This writing is quite pretty. I do like the Mercury retrograde packaging way more than this. This feels a little too simple for me, but it is pretty, I can't complain. And I swear that these shades really remind me of a box of chocolates. So yeah, this really appetizing eyeshadow palette. The quality is amazing. Also, I'm gonna show you that slippery shade. This is that slippery shade. Can you see anything? Yeah, there it is. It's a glossy topper that I don't need, I'm not gonna use. And if this wouldn't look like weird without a pen in it, I would just depot it. So that's how I feel about the slippery shade. Yeah, this is all I have to say. Like and subscribe if you want to get this. It's a really good eyeshadow palette. And also get the rose quartz, or check out my review if whether you should get it or not. Like and subscribe if you want to, and see you next time. Bye.